So we have a quick update to this morning's shooting in Dallas that left 2 ICE detainees dead and 1 critically injured. Kash Patel, FBI director, tweeted this because apparently Twitter is how we get information from law enforcement. Shortly after a news conference that provided little, if any, information, the only thing it provided was evidence of so-called anti-ICE messages on fragments, and this is apparently what they're talking about. The FBI director saying this morning, just before 7 a.m. local time, an individual fired multiple rounds at a Dallas, Texas ICE facility, killing 1, wounding several others before taking his own life. Now, sources are saying, though, that 2 detainees have died. While the investigation is ongoing, an initial review of the evidence shows an ideological motive behind this attack. See photo. You see there, one of the unspent shell casings recovered was engraved with the phrase anti-ICE. More updates will be forthcoming. These despicable, politically motivated attacks against law enforcement are not a one-off. And then he brings up a prior shooting and said, thankfully, no law enforcement personnel were injured. I don't want to say that this is suspect, but many people have significant doubts about the information that's coming out of the FBI because we have received bad information from the FBI, and specifically Kash Patel. In the case of the Kirk assassination, the Charlie Kirk assassination, he told everybody that the shooter had been caught when in fact it was not the shooter. I guess trying to push out information that would make the agency or himself look good before any of it was verified. Again, he says one person is dead. They did not identify any of the people killed. Of course, getting names this early makes sense, but it's out there from multiple agencies and multiple sources that 2 detainees have died and another is in critical condition at a hospital. Now, they've not said what may have happened. If this person was trying to kill ICE agents, why only detainees were killed? Now, there are sources telling the local Fox affiliate in Dallas that they fired into a van, not the building, and that the van may have been where the detainees were when they were shot. Again, we're simply not getting information other than pictures and this one writing in pen. Here's my concern with putting this out there and then blaming far left radicals, as President Trump likes to say, for this without any real information about the shooter or a deep dive into really what they had been doing, planning, and thinking. We saw this happen with the Charlie Kirk assassination. They quickly put out information about writings on the bullet markings or the bullet casings that indicated that maybe they had a far left ideology. And it turned out much of that wasn't true. It ended up being online meme rhetoric that is used. And so it to this date, as of this recording, law enforcement has not been able to tie Charlie Kirk's killer, who is alive, to any far left group or affiliation. This continued suggestion that there are people on the left that are fomenting violence when they simply have no evidence of that is equally as dangerous rhetoric on the left and on the right. We know that the shooter was on a roof on a nearby building from where the shooting took place. Sources are telling the Fox affiliate that they shot at a van that had pulled up to the facility, which we believe is not a detention facility, but a processing facility. Firing from that rooftop, almost sniper style, looking at these bullets that FBI Director Kash Patel posted, he's suggesting that there was only one message on the casings, at least the only one that he's putting out, and it was written in pen and says anti-ICE. I genuinely hope that before they continue to pump out this claim that this guy was radicalized by a specific group or ideology, that we actually get information about this person's background. And I believe we're going to get that in the hours ahead, because even if law enforcement wants to filter the information coming out, there are going to be sources that are going to report the truth. We saw it in the Charlie Kirk assassination, and we've seen it in several other high-profile acts of violence. If there is legitimate information that's not being put out, it will still be found. When you have so many agencies that have to work on this, people will talk, and the truth will come out. So I genuinely hope this rush to assign blame to the shooting doesn't lead to more hatred and more violence, because that's the fear right now. So that's the latest information. There are a lot of questions, far more questions than answers in these early hours after the shooting. But what's unique about this compared to other acts of violence, other mass shootings, is that what we are getting from law enforcement isn't answering questions, it's raising more questions. And that is a real concern here. And this may be part of the reason why even some conservatives are fed up with Kash Patel and believe he is not directing the FBI in a way that is improving their approval by the American people. It is so that the fear is he is sowing more doubt in the reliability and accuracy of our largest law enforcement and most important law enforcement agency in the country. And tweets like this, I'm not sure are going to quell that concern. So particularly when new information comes out and what we find out, the genuine motivation and the genuine actions that the shooter took in the hours and days leading up to this deadly attack. So again, 2 detainees are dead as of this time, 1 critically injured in the hospital. No government employees or agents were wounded in this shooting, but we have Trump administration officials trying to point the blame at anti-left rhetoric, far left rhetoric, and anti-ICE views as the motive behind this attack. But the information they're putting out is just raising too many other questions right now. And so hopefully we will get those answered and we will be able to provide new information possibly as early as later today. We hope to do that. So please like and subscribe to our channel. We'd really like to put more videos like this out, but we need your support. And subscribing to the channel is the absolutely best way to do that. So that's